it's like friendships used to hit so different back in the day, but it's like life really has a simple way of separating those who want to do things big in their life and those who have no sense of purpose for their life and no direction. And it's sad because a lot of the people that you make so many memories with and that you had the best time with, they just don't end up on the same type of time you on when it comes to like grinding and becoming the best version of yourself, right? And it's tough because it usually starts off like you make a decision that you're gonna stop doing something and start doing something better, right? Whatever that may be. Like, it could be going to the gym, it could be stopping a habit, it could be working a job that pays you more but it takes more of your time, it could be doing content. But the crazy thing is that once you make that decision, you naturally start to realize that the things that you used to be a part of, you can no longer be a part of and hustle and make your dreams come true. So it's like, I just want to encourage you if that's you, because I've been through it, I still go through it, and if that's you, I just want you to know that you're actually not alone. But a lot of times they like to say it's lonely at the top. And I don't think that's necessarily 100% false or 100% true. I just think that you got to find the right people that have the same intentions and goals as you. Because, let me slow down. Because you're gonna be successful in life if you are already making the decisions to like change your old habits and form better ones. You're always gonna win and beat the person who just wants to have a good time all the time. And that's not a bad thing. And there's other people that are like you out there. You just gotta find them. But I don't want you to get lost in the fact that you may be lonely in this season of your life and start to just not connect with people anymore and become completely introverted and cut off from everybody, because everybody needs a friend. Everybody needs a good friend to talk to sometimes. And you know, even in the Bible it says if two people are together, then if one falls, then the other can pick them back up. And it even goes further and says that 3 people are better than 1, because a triple braided cord is not easily broken. You know what I mean? So take a little bit of the anxiety off of yourself also, because you're not, like I said, you're not alone. And I said this in my last video, but you came into this world by yourself and with nothing. And when you leave this world, you're gonna leave by yourself and with nothing. And no matter how successful that you get, whatever you earned in this life is just gonna get passed on to the next generation, and you won't be here to know if they do the right thing with it or not. So take a little bit of the stress off of yourself and the anxiety off of yourself, and kind of just be grateful for the moment and appreciate the moment that you still have breath in your lungs and you have warm blood running through your veins. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people spend their whole life chasing money and chasing success and forgetting about people that they could have had long-lasting effects on and good relationships with. And those are the most important things in this life, is just enjoying the good times that you can have and trying to make an impact on people. And if you can do that by simply just cutting off the bad in your life and sacrificing the bad habits that you have and becoming the best version of yourself, then you should always choose that route. Always do that. And if somebody doesn't like that, if somebody has a bad opinion about you for doing that and becoming a better version of you, then maybe they just weren't meant for, like, maybe they weren't meant for staying in your life. Some people are just meant to come into your life for a season, but they aren't meant to stay in your life necessarily. That's not a bad thing. It's just life. You know what I mean? Life goes on. And I'm a very extroverted person, so take it from me, because I had plenty of friends. So many friends, like I get phone calls every day from people. Every single day my phone rings to this day. And I'm not as outgoing as I used to be, but I'm still very extroverted. Like, I will talk to a stranger still to this day. I'm not shy by any means. So, you know, but I guess what I'm trying to say in this video is, when you're working hard, just remember that it's gonna feel like you're lonely, but you're not. And also, I want you to keep going. Don't give up. Because I think a lot of times when you feel lonely, it kind of gets so repetitive that you can look up and be like, man, what am I even doing this for? But don't give up though, trust me. Like, even though I'm telling you that you came in this world with nothing and you're gonna leave with nothing, I'm not telling you not to work hard, because truth be told, it's tough out here. Don't quit your job, because if you quit your job, if you've ever lost a job, as a matter of fact, then you know what I'm getting at when I say life is hard out here. You know what I mean? You ain't got no money and your stomach growling and you literally cannot go feed yourself and you have to eat noodles. Nothing else is in the fridge, nothing else in the cabinets. Bro, that's a different level of starvation, hunger, and I don't think a lot of people even understand that struggle. So if you can relate to that struggle, then man, you know where I'm coming from. But you know what I mean? Stay down till you come up. And like I said, try to encourage other people too. There's somebody else out there that's struggling, and if you can pick up a camera, that's even better. If you can record and talk to people about what you're going through in life and just get vulnerable and real with them, I think that's so much more valuable than your 12-hour shift at work, honestly. Like, what I'm doing with you right now is more important than what I'm about to go do when I get to work, because that's just me building someone else's dreams and getting a little bit of the paycheck off of the millions of dollars I'm gonna end up making them. But at the end of the day, I think that me sitting here and talking to you as a real human being is much more valuable for my time. And if I was to do this for 12 hours instead of doing that bull crap for 12 hours, I think that's way more important. Any day of the week I would choose to do that. And that's why I make these videos, simply because I actually like talking about encouraging people to do better and giving people advice in life, and just having genuine conversations with like-minded people. I love, like, I could do this for free. Like, even if I never get monetized on YouTube, I'm gonna be real, I could do this for free. It's become such a habit that it doesn't feel like I'm forcing myself to create content. Like, I can talk to y'all day in and day out. It just comes natural to me. And I'm grateful for those of you who stuck around to this part of the video, because like I said in the beginning, I have a piece of advice that I'm gonna give you, and I think it's about time I go ahead and give that. So what I was gonna say is, don't forget that when you at the top, that's when everybody care about you, right? That's when everybody want to shine the light on you and give you your flowers and give you props, all of the above. But when you down, man, don't nobody care about you. You know what I mean? When you broke, busted, and disgusted, nobody checking on you, nobody calling your phone, and nobody trying to be your friend, and nobody trying to link up. And the people who are, make sure you keep them close, because that's your day ones for real. You know what I mean? If you ever really make it to the top, never switch up on them. But I just want you to know that if the same people who care about you when you at the top and they all on your meat and they trying to be buddy when you get to the top, if you can't call them same people when you at the bottom and you ain't got no clout, you ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying? If you can't call them and genuinely have a discussion with them, just chop the cheese and talk with them, then you need to keep those people from around you. Because once you do make it, because if you a hard worker and you watch videos like this, I know you a hard worker, I know you is, you're gonna make it to the top, you're gonna be successful. So when you make it, I don't want any leeches to be pulling you back down to the bottom. I don't want any bad energy around you that causes you to lose your mental focus and lose everything that you work so hard for. Because there's so many stories out there of people making it to the top and not being able to stay there and not being able to stay in this game. And that's just simply because of the people around them a lot of the time. So many yes men and so many people who don't really care about them, just sucking them dry and bringing straight negative energy and draining their bank account, draining their mental focus, always calling them with a problem that they trying to get solved through you, instead of going figure their own path in life. You know what I mean? I feel like the closest friends that you meet in life really don't need your help, and they probably won't even ask for it. Like, my closest friends in life, I honestly barely ask them for help, but sometimes, I mean, it's okay to ask for help. I'm not saying not to if you really need it, but those who I've ever asked for money in specific, they always got their money back. And I mean on time too. They didn't have to hit me up and ask me, hey, where my money at? No, I'm talking about as soon as my check hit, it's sent. You know what I mean? They got their money back like that. And that's the type of friendships that you want to build. You know what I mean? People who don't necessarily need you, but if they ever did, you know that they good for it. You know what I mean? If you know that they ain't gonna pay you back, don't give them no money. But that's just when it comes to business. But when it comes to doing stuff out the genuine kindness of your heart, I would say sometimes it's okay to give and not expect nothing in return. Like, if you can afford it and it's not gonna put you in a bind, and somebody needs help, you don't always have to get a return when you giving to somebody, even if it's money. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's okay to just be a decent human being and see that somebody's struggling and they need help and just help them out. You know what I mean? But man, I'm kind of off topic, but this video was supposed to be mostly for why your friendships don't hit the same anymore. But I think really it has a lot to do with work. I think work is really, like I said in the beginning, separating those who are going to be overachievers and actually reach their goals from those who just give up. And I want to tell you right now, if you feel like that's you, that's starting to have that mindset like it's okay to give up, hey, it's never too late to just dust yourself off, get back up, put your gloves back up, and keep on fighting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we like to kick ourselves while we down and be like, man, am I really built for this? Like, am I ever actually going to reach my dreams? Or is this just life? Like, is this just my life? I'm destined to be at this level and there's nothing I can do about it because I keep hitting brick wall after brick wall, seem like. If that's the mindset that you have right now, let me encourage you. It's okay, but it's going to get better. Like, I want you to know it's going to get better. And like I said, you came in this world with nothing, you leaving with nothing. So stop stressing. It's going to get a lot easier. Life just be lifing sometimes, and sometimes God gonna allow you to go through stuff simply because He wants to mature you. And if you always got every single thing you wanted, you would be in a bad position in life. Like, if you got a kid, and kids like candy, they like ice cream, right? I use that as an example. But if you always give your kid ice cream, they'll be dead by 10 years old. You know why? Because they're going to have diabetes, they're going to have molded teeth with a bunch of cavities, they're going to have high blood sugar, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, they're going to be fat and obese, and they're going to end up dead. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you always got what you want, if you always had what you wanted in life instead of what you needed sometimes, then you would be in a worse position than where you are right now. So even be grateful for the closed doors. You know what I mean? I think closed doors in life are still blessings. Open doors are opportunities, and so are closed doors. You know what I mean? Because when a door closes in front of you, that sometimes forces you to do a little bit of extra work and force your way through the window. You know what I mean? Or bust the door down. And by the time you bust the door down, now you're strong enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you know what it's like to not have. So it's like, now that you know what it's like to not have something, it just forces you to be more hungry, and it forces you to appreciate what you do have once you get it. Like, once you actually do make it, you'll appreciate it a lot more than somebody who just got everything so easily in life. So appreciate the grind, appreciate the hard days, appreciate the days that you didn't feel like clocking in, but you still went. Appreciate the 2 or 3 or 5 viewers that you got on your last video. You know what I mean? And start being more consistent. on whatever it is that you said you was gonna do. Be more consistent, because the only thing separating you from your dreams is the fact that you're not as consistent as you should be, and you know that. You already know that. So I hope this video helps somebody out. I really ain't got too much else to say, but without further ado, we gone.